YouTube gang, what's good? Back here with another banger. It's your boy Kelly Banks here.
What's happening? Brice Real Reviews in this thing.
Boy Brice Wayne. And today we got another banger for you guys.
We do.
What we gonna talk about today, Brice Wayne?
And today we got for y'all the Army of Thieves, the prequel to
Army of the Dead.
Is it Army of the Dead?
Bruh.
That's what's called? Alright.
So.
Yeah, prequel to Army of the Dead. Yeah, you're right. So this one is not directed by Zack Snyder, but it is written by Zack Snyder. This one is actually directed by the main character of this movie, which is Matthias Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
That's how we pronounce it.
That's how we gonna pronounce it.
Give us a break, bro. Give us a break.
Right.
But
so,
you did your thing, man. I think we gonna have to dive into this one a little bit.
Starring and directed by
My
Matthias Schwarzenegger. Sorry.
He got about 4 or 5 movies.
Bruh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, my man's looked it up. He said he got about 4. He got another prequel, sequel type thing going. Part 1, part 2.
So he kind of new to this, but not really. So he already been in there a little bit. But this is like his debut out here in America. So
yeah, we got him, and then we got a whole bunch of semi-new actors. I think Natalie Emanuel.
I was used to see her. Y'all might recognize her from Game of Thrones as Miss Sunday. Classic.
Yeah. Mistakenly, I thought she was
Domino
from Black Widow, but it's not.
That's Zaza Beetz.
Yeah, she's great too.
Yeah, she was just in The Harder They Fall, actually.
So, fast.
Ooh, man.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story. We gonna get on that. He already did it. You go check that. Go check it out. You know what I'm saying?
I think I'm gonna have a spoiler one coming a little later. I'm waiting for y'all to get on that.
Definitely, y'all gotta get on that because I ain't even seen it yet. So
don't say nothing. Don't say nothing to him about it.
Don't say nothing in the comments.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
All right. But anyways, back to Army of Thieves. So the movie starts off with a backstory on this vault maker. He was a vault maker, and he basically was just he lost his family. He lost his wife.
I know his last name was like Wagner.
Yeah, Hans Wagner.
Hans Wagner.
Yeah, Hans Wagner.
Yes, yeah.
He lost his family, and he just dedicated his life to making pretty much impenetrable vaults.
Them things was icy. He had some saucy names to him. I think I remember a few. One of them was called like the Valkyrie. He had
Valkyrie. I can't remember.
He made 4 of them. That was like the pinnacle of his vault making skills, and he named each of them based off like I think it's Norse gods.
Yeah, it was like some type of thing like Norse god, like he said, and he had every vault had a backstory and why it was the different combinations, why you had to do it certain ways. It was pretty dope.
Yeah, like actually on the safe, it's like he etched it on there. Like it's different like hieroglyphic stories, not like like Egyptian hieroglyphics, but he put stories inside the safe. Like so you can kind of look at it and see it if you can read the language and shit.
Yeah, and the whole time the main character Sebastian or Ludwig
Dieters. We know him as Dieters from Army. No, dang, I'm keep getting mixed up.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Army of the Dead. Yeah. So that's what we know him from. So, but in this movie, he starts off by his real name, which is Sebastian, and it's kind of like a funny thing to like not say his whole name because it's hella hard to say and it's long. Even in the movie, they do it.
Yeah.
So they don't really say his last name like that, but that shit is long. Right. But everybody know him as Sebastian right now.
Yeah. So he started off. So it goes through all that and like why Hans Wagner ends up with the last safe, which is actually the safe from the first movie Army of the Dead that Sebastian is called.
That got a long ass name too. There was like
it started with a G.
Golden Beggar or something.
Yeah, it was something crazy. But yeah, that's actually that safe. So it tells you pretty much why he was so interested in going to like where the zombies are. Cause, it was zombies in that movie, and like you think about it. Like if I was like, hey bro, you trying to go get like $60 million? But
it's
infested
by I see.
It's like how many people gonna be like gonna jump on that? Like you feel me? And then this movie basically showing you why he jumped on it like the way.
Not only does he love safe, but it's another reason why he like attached this particular safe. You know what I'm saying? Or this vault. You know what I'm saying? He like cracking all of them.
Legacy type stuff. So
this one specifically got a special place in his heart for sure.
Right. So Hans Wagner, locked himself in the last safe, and then they threw it in the sea. Because they couldn't get it open. It was impenetrable.
Yeah, he died in his safe.
He died in his safe. So they got it out eventually, obviously because of the last movie. But anyway, so it skips to Sebastian's life. He's a bank teller. Yeah. And he hates his job.
Yeah, it's so boring. You know what I'm saying? He started, it's funny, it was dope. I thought this part was dope. He started a YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
And his YouTube is explaining, like, basically how to crack safes and shit like that. And he don't got no views, no subs, no likes, but he consistently dropping videos, you feel me? Yeah. And he dropped one video, then he went to work, and it kind of, like, show you his day routine.
Yeah,
and it's kind of like super just boring.
Old lady just gassing him out. Like, that's like the first thing you see. Old lady just yelling at him, just doing whatever. He like hand her a check, and then she like still like hella arrogant about it. Like,
and at that part, if you peep, he look over to the TV, and it's like a little sign. Your first sign is zombies.
Yeah, zombies.
So it say like in America, it's a zombie.
I think it was like Las Vegas or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it did say Las Vegas.
Yeah,
right.
Las Vegas.
They overseas wherever this taking place. This is like in London or something.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, it was like really quick. He looks over to the television and sees like a zombie apocalypse. Like what? But he got this lady yelling in his face, so he really can't focus like that. Yeah, that part was hella funny to me. I like how they did that.
Right. So yeah. So his video. So he go home and then he's still posting these videos. And then one day,
oh, he got that like. He
got that
view, and he got a comment.
He got a comment. And
you know that comment was dope. It was like, come to this place, this spot, at this time. And say this word.
The password is the last safe.
Yeah.
The fourth safe.
Yeah.
So so he goes to the spot, and then like it's kind of funny, you know. It's a comedic, has a comedic element. So he goes to the spot. This is a big old security guard, just like John. Any movie, big old security guard just
typical, intimidating. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He goes in there. He's like talking to him like he's a normal person. And, you know, the security guard only listening for one word. He like, yeah, I'm here. I'm supposed to be here for a secret meeting. He's, you know, all nerdy and whatever.
You're only supposed to say one word. You're not supposed to explain nothing.
So the security guard already looking at him like,
oh my God, just say the word, bro. Just say the word and I'll let you in. He just like, he wanted him to say the word like, you're not saying it.
So he end up getting in there, and then he go in there completely lost. It's like he go in, and then it's like a whole bunch of people in there, and then it's like, what, 6 or 7 people in a circle with safes.
He walk into a straight
game
game show.
What's going on?
He entered a whole game show, I guess. It was like whoever can crack the safe the fastest, man. He just walked straight in there. He the last candidate. Yeah. You feel me? As soon as he walk in, they start instantly.
The time starts actually before he even knows what's going on.
Yeah, so he watched, he looking around at everybody getting down. He like, oh, so I guess I'm supposed to crack this?
Right.
And so, you know, this is the common movie trope. That man is saucy. It had to let you know how saucy he is. You know what I'm saying? They can't just be like, oh, yeah, this is the movie, we starting it. You feel me? He dope.
They kind of gave you a little clue when he was doing his YouTube, because he was like solving stuff like without looking, and he was going crazy.
He had one of those, like, it's like a little like a practice little safe. You feel me? He got just right there. I guess he just be timing himself and like zoop 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 zoop.
Yeah, so he's saucy. I guess he had like super hearing or something, because he's like all up on it. Everybody else using like little like what's them things called the doctors use?
Yeah,
stethoscope.
Basically, yeah. He got like microphones up to
he
it.
got like just.
You got the touch. You got the touch in the ear. That shit cold.
So, you know, he solved it. First, one dude solved it, and I guess that kind of like flip on the light switch, like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Then another person solved it. And then it's supposed to be 4 people, I think. And then he solved it third.
The first 4, yeah.
Yeah, so they got to reach in there and shoot this little fake gun. Like one of them Joker guns, when they go, when the thing come on, it's like bang. Yeah. It's like one of them Joker guns. So they, he solved it. He won the first round. Him and 3 other people. They go to the second round.
I think it's 3 rounds. I think only.
Yeah, it's only 3 rounds. Yeah. Second round. Now it's 4 people. 2 people got to win this round. So him and I think they called him the cool guy.
Yeah, the I guess it's like original champion. This dude won a few times. Yeah. So he won and the cool guy won.
And so they called him the nervous guy.
Yeah. The walk-in or whatever. Yeah. And so, but he make it into the last round, and it's like this big ass safe. Yeah. He playing it extra cool on this part.
Right. Because him and the cool guy going at it. The cool guy can't really like get it, and then on top of that, Dieter's is like messing with him, like making him mess up, because he know he about to just crack it heck fast. He
basically in the zone now.
Yeah, he doing his thing. Yeah. Then he like messing him up. Then he's just like the last 30 seconds. I think they give him like 3 minutes. Like the last 30 seconds, he just do it hella fast.
Bing,
And then cool got
crack
hella
that band
mad.
for like 20. This is like damn near like 10, 15 seconds left or something like that. He finessed that.
Yeah,
thing.
and if they don't both do it, or one of them don't do it, then it's a tie.
Yeah, but
So
he won that.
He
thing.
ended up winning.
It was funny. He was like, I don't need everybody cheering. He was like, I don't even know what everybody's cheering for.
Yeah. He didn't know what they were doing.
He's still to the very end. He just winning, just fucking with it.
So yeah, they go on, and then he ends up seeing Gwen, which is Natalie Emanuel. Like, you know, everybody cheering for him and stuff, and she's just walking through the crowd, and he just like spots her. The old trope love trope. Yeah. It's like she's the only one in the room. She was staring at me, like type stuff. It was like 1,000 people around cheering and stuff, but you know, it goes silent, all that. You know, he sees her, and you know, immediately probably falls in love. That's what they want us to believe.
So apparently, she was the one that sent the little message and had him pull up there. So she been watching him. So the next day, she for sure pull up on him while he getting his donuts, or whatever, his coffee, and ask break it down.
Break it down. So it turns out she's like an international thief, wanted by Interpol, all that. You know what I'm saying? She's super rich. Her parents are super rich already, but she didn't want to live that life. She wanted to live a more adventurous life, so she been stealing and like taking people watches right off their wrist. So. Like, since she was like, what, 12?
She like a saucy pickpocket. So yeah, she really saucy at pickpocket.
Hecka saucy. So when the first meeting, when he come in, just so she can show him how saucy she is, Dieters, how saucy she is, she had already like robbed like 3 people in there, you know what I'm saying? And they don't even know.
Somebody's watch, somebody's gun,
in a wedding ring.
Yeah, in a wedding ring. That was hilarious.
Yeah, so
the way she's stealing it off him.
Yeah,
off
like,
your wrist. Had his gun in the middle of his
like a
leg
magician
or whatever. And she was getting that thing, but... Yeah, she's super clean. So, but I guess she didn't like her family because I guess they was rich, but in the wrong way. I guess they was greedy type of rich. So she kind of like
she didn't mess with
went off on her own and like started like a crew. She did like a Fast and Furious thing. She got her own little crew now. So they just be going around and just doing small little robberies here and there, but like saucy though.
Yeah, so they're trying to get the big one. They're trying to get something that's gonna make them known, legendary, and this circle of vaults, these 4 vaults that
the Hans Wagner ones.
Well, yeah, that's kind of, they like supposed to be impenetrable, unbreakable, unrob, like you can't rob them.
And if you try and mess up, everything in there disintegrate. Not this way, or
no, the boat locks forever.
But like the contents in there incinerate. Okay. So it's bad.
Yeah, it's bad. So anyway, so what did you think about that first like third of the movie? Slow burn?
No, it was cool. I liked it. Like I said, the dude Dieters is like a really good character to follow along, or Sebastian in this movie. But like just following him was fun. Like he's I guess he's the crowd also, or the audience too. Right. He's also new in this world. He's new in this world because, like I said, he wasn't doing nothing crazy before this. You know what I'm saying? He was just a regular dude. And so this
super boring.
So actually, this whole lifestyle is like he's our eyes too. So it's fun to follow through him or whatever. And like he funny. He a really funny character. Right. But when it's time to turn up, he don't turn up, but the situation is turned up. If that makes sense. No, like it's still fun to watch. But like so far at the beginning it was good. It had me. I was interested to see where it went.
Me too. I felt like it was a good beginning. Like it kind of set you up for what was about to happen a little bit, but it left you in the dark a little bit too, which I like in storytelling. Yeah.
So you didn't know. I guess you just knew more about Dieters and everybody else he was around.
You knew that it was gonna be like some type of safe cracking, like from the beginning, like because that's what he was doing. That's what he was passionate about it. Yeah. Okay. So so we go after they meet up at the secret hideout and they go over like
you meet all the other fancy characters they got on the crew. You got your Brad Cage, you got your Rolf, and I forgot you got a hacker. Rolf is the driver. But Brad Cage is like the muscle. And you say her name
Karina.
Yeah, she was like the hacker. She was dope.
Yeah, they had all the cliche crew. Like, the driver, the hacker, the super
Brad Cage was catty though.
Yeah, he was catty.
He named himself based off American actors.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage
and Brad Pitt.
Yeah. So he met all of them. He gave him the rundown, shakedown. Nobody trusted him. He was, because he looked like a nerd. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But he for sure started to grow on them. Like at first, the first person that he grew on was the hacker chick. She was trying to.
Oh yeah, she was with it. She was like, you trying to make out?
She was trying to go.
Even Ralph was like, I don't even know what happened to Ralph.
They stopped fucking with him.
All right, we gonna get to that. We gonna get to that.
Yeah.
All right, so
he's still around though.
I think he's still around too. Because never mind. We gonna get to that. So so they do all that.
Everybody definitely start to fuck with him except for Brad Cage because you got the little love triangle where you got Dieter's coming in. He liked the girl Natalie. Oh, not Natalie. Her real name is Natalie. What's her name in the movie?
Her real name is Gwen Starr.
Gwen. All right, yeah. So he liked Gwen. He's starting to like her. We think Gwen likes him too, but we've started to find out that her and Brad had like some chemistry or whatever.
Yeah, they was pretty much dating.
Yeah, so he kind of like walked in like of them not talking no more. So you know how that goes. So the only person tripping at this point is Brad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
he wasn't messing with him. So yeah, they get through that part, and then they get to the detective part, which is really funny to me.
The detective is
was so funny.
I guess when I was watching it, I was like, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. I guess I was in a serious mode. I don't know, not a serious mode, but this nigga, he was funny.
He was funny.
The police officer.
So the detective, like, he's trying to solve these. Like, mind you, it was a zombie apocalypse going. So the whole time he's trying to solve this, and everybody else is like, shouldn't we be handling like the zombie apocalypse that's going on? And he's like, nah. They think they gonna get away with this. Like it's
he
funny.
Got a grudge too because they popped him.
Oh yeah.
Brad Cage popped him in the ass, but he was cool because it hit his flask. So like he had a little limp, but you know I guess it was just hurt or something like that. He didn't really get shot.
So he had a gripe.
He got shot in the flask.
He had a gripe with the crew on him.
So he wanted them bad.
He wanted them
bad.
Did
not care about zombies.
Zombies, whatever. Man. We need to find this crew.
Yeah.
So that was funny. That was a funny element. It brought comedic. I mean, it was no real like super tense moments. Like you know what I'm saying. It was like him actually solving and breaking the votes was like the most probably intense part.
He was knocking them things down though. I guess for me the most. Because they kept telling him like
the Valkyrie, I think it was. Remember, because he was like, it sense my presence.
So one of the safes, when you get to it, if you mess up, it's clean. This particular safe only did this. It had 3 combinations on it, and if you mess up, they suck inside the tank. I mean the vote, and they disappear and they close, and then after a while. They rearrange and come back out. And you got one more chance, but they only come out one at a time.
Yeah, one at a time.
So you got you got to do each of them one at a time until you get them all right. But if you mess up any more, it's bad. And that part was so clean because the way they do it, it's obviously CGI, I'm assuming. Yeah. But they take you inside the vote to show you all the gears and how everything is working, how everything's turning, and it's letting you see how Hans Wagner's his creativity, how far it's going, and it should look like a whole world in there. It's crazy. It's super clean how he got to solve this thing, and it just looked fancy, man. Everything looked good in that.
Everything looked good.
They got Zack Snyder written all over this, but obviously because he read it. But the director, man, he did his thing, man, with this color palette and how he framed this, bro. Nice.
Yeah, he went crazy. So yeah, after the detectives, then they go and do the first robbery, which was apparently the easiest one because they do it in like the way where like they telling the story as they're doing it, and they actually explain
it.
Yeah, it's classic. It's classic, and they actually explain. It's like he was like, I think it was Brad Cage. He was like, it's one of them things. It's gonna be so easy. It's gonna be the part in the movie where they do it as they're telling it. So he says it, and then it happens. And he was like, no, it can't be that easy. And then she was like, we've already done it.
He was like, oh, he looked at you already got the bag. So for some reason, the first
they
safe,
directed it, it was tight.
They finessed it. They definitely finessed it. The first safe, for some reason, was at the credit union. Yeah. And that was like the least most protected bank. That shit was hilarious.
It had
like,
some old lady. She was tripping like that.
Yeah, that was like, they got this thing at the credit union. They tripping. They for sure rolled in that thing. So that's why that was the easiest one to roll on. Because it was not really at a bank. It's a credit union.
Right.
But at that point, that was the easy part. From that point, it started turning up. It do get intense.
I can't remember if it's the second or the third one was the Valkyrie, but that's whatever one it was I think was the one that went in.
It was the Valkyrie. It was the third one.
Okay, so the third one. So the second one, what happened in the second one?
The second one, that's when
12 seconds later.
They that one was quick too. I think.
Yeah, I think that was pretty quick too.
Because the Valkyrie was the one that they did on the.
A few moments later.
They did that on the. They was driving, right?
Oh yeah, so yeah, they had it in the
No. The Valkyrie is the second one then. The
Yeah.
Valkyrie is the second one. Then the last one is when they was driving.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So the Valkyrie is the one where it was going in, getting sucked in, and all that.
Yeah, that was the Valkyrie.
And then they had actually moved the third one, I think, right?
Yeah, so this part was clean. So at the point when they got the Valkyrie, they knew that the police was on their back or whatever. Right. And so they set it up in a way where, like, so all these safes, they was trying to rob the safes before they got transferred to these particular places. And, like, once they got transferred, it would have been bad to rob them. Right. So they got to make sure they rob these things before it get transferred. So they took it upon themselves to call an early transfer. And they finessed it in a way where they on their radio they knew they was tapped, and they said, "All right, we're gonna do our next robbery at 5:00." They just said it point blank, and the lady was like, "Ain't that kind of obvious?"
That was the third one.
Yeah.
The second one, remember, that's when he got backstabbed and all that.
Was it?
Yeah, cause remember the second one they
yeah,
so Brad Cage is already not messing with him because he thought he was trying to mess with his girl or whatever. So the police end up getting called.
And so Brad Page, he ended up shooting. He started shooting because they had to create a distraction.
Yeah, they had to create a distraction because the security guards had went down there, and then remember, Gwen had to beat him up. Remember, she beat him up, served him up, didn't kill him, none of them. So
yeah, she wasn't trying to kill nobody. So the whole movie, she was saying like, we don't kill or whatever. So she basically like trying to make Dietrich comfortable with her because he knew at this. So he technically don't really want to do it, but he liked her. He liked cracking safes, and they're not killing nobody. It's gonna be safe. He fucking with it.
So he chloroformed them all that, and then
so Brad Page is up there popping people with the tranquilizers.
Yeah. So the security guards end up like it was some. She could only tap into their system for 16 seconds at a time. Yeah. So like when he had went through a door, like on the other screen, it looked like he just disappeared. Because I guess when you go through that door, you're supposed to pop up on the other screen. Like how security cameras work. Yeah. So, but basically, it looked like he just disappeared.
But the police that's been tracking them was already looking at this place too. They just didn't go in yet.
Well, remember they was looking at a different place, but they had moved the safe. Remember?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so the police was looking at us at a place, but apparently they had moved the safe like a couple of days earlier or something. So the police thought it was at this one place. So when they went down there, he was like, "Forget it." Because they wasn't hearing no like alarms or nothing. And he was like, "I know it's supposed to be happening right now." So he was like, "Forget it, we about to go in there." So he was like, when they went down there and they realized it was like a normal safe, like it wasn't the safe. Mm-hmm. So he got heckin' mad and like confiscated the car. Remember, and then he tried to like drive.
Yeah, exactly. Drive to the new spot that they moved it to.
Drive to the new spot, and he ended up kind of almost catching them. But like he said, Brad Cage went in there rolling.
Yeah, he got popped, made it hot. He actually got shot.
Yeah,
so he had to leave, and they had to leave in like a hurry. And so as they all running away. I think Dieter's and Jane is the last one to hop in. Gwen, okay, yeah, they the last one to hop in. But as Dieter's is getting in, Brad Cage
he got him like this.
Dog, my man's
then
out.
He just scarred him like Mufasa, bro, from like Lion King.
Definitely did that. Let my man's go.
Yeah, to the wolves, right? So Gwen all mad, the other girl mad, Karima, and then. But Dieter's ended up getting away. He ended up because he's a nerd at the end of the day.
Yeah, like the police was far enough that he was kind of in the clear. He was damn near less hot.
They kind of just drove past him like
he made himself look hot.
He made himself look hot because he started running fast. Then he got down them stairs, and then the police seen him. Then he hopped on the train or something.
He got away.
He got away.
He went back to the house.
Yeah, so he went back to the house.
But in the midst of him running away, you got you feel me, Gwen and everybody arguing in the car.
Yeah, so they arguing in the car. Gwen ended up leaving the team because she not liking how even though they was planning on getting rid of him anyway. That's what Brad Cage's whole thing was. He we was planning on getting rid of him anyway.
Yeah, but they all started to like him though.
Yeah, everybody started to like him.
Except for Brad. So they was like, well, you know what I'm saying? You can tell that she was like, nah, we wasn't about to probably do that. And so she ended up leaving, and the other girl, the hiker girl, left too.
Left with her. They left together. And so all this is happening at the same time. Him and Sebastian getting away on the train and them breaking up and all that. So they end up going back to Sebastian's house and waiting for him there. And then
that part was hell.
Yeah, so Sebastian comes in like hella mad, like luckily he didn't start crying or doing no weird stuff.
They
like,
in there sitting, but they waited too long to say they was in there. So I like that part a lot. They in there watching him walk around. Like,
right?
Should we say something?
Like,
yeah.
Maybe we should go outside and knock on the door. They were saying funny stuff.
It was hella funny. I like that part. Like the comedy in here was strong.
It was pretty
good. It wasn't too much or over the top. It was literally perfect. I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was.
Me neither. I honestly was not.
But I was already upset. Like, you doing a prequel
because
about a zombie before the zombies? Why?
Yeah, because Army of the Dead was good.
Yeah,
I liked Army of the Dead.
It was cool
with Dave Bautista. I like how they had the whole like alpha zombies and stuff like that. But yeah. So.
And through the whole time, you got little bits and pieces of zombies in here.
Yeah,
like,
they let you know.
Is having like nightmares and getting ate by these zombies. So every now and then, you do get to see zombies.
I guess they're more like premonitions.
Yep, I guess so. Because he for sure ended up getting. Because you remember how in the last movie, when they got down to the safe, all their body was already down there.
Yeah.
In the same clothes and stuff like that. So that was they probably them from a different timeline. They just didn't make it as far, something like that. But. It seemed like it's always like some type of visions or premonitions in the movie so far. So we gonna be seeing.
So yeah, they so she tells them like, we're not done though, like because to her it was never about the money, it was about the legacy of it.
So because each set that they rob is hella money in there, but they only taking like a backpack full.
Yeah, it's just about
one or two backpacks maybe.
But it's still hella money though.
They left that shit around. They just left the rest of that shit in there. But it's all about just getting your name out there and knowing that you cracked the safe or whatever.
For Brad Cage, it was probably more about the money.
Yeah.
So she didn't like that.
Yeah, and Dietrich don't care. He just want to crack the safe.
Dietrich just want to crack the safe. So
the money is just a little extra on the cake.
Yeah, so they end up coming up with a plan. And they like, well, it's not over yet. We still got to crack the last, or, the third safe. And then the last safe, hopefully. So they end up making this whole plan, like he said. They made sure that the police was tapping their stuff, and then they told them we gonna rob it. They told them all the information that they wanted them to.
The whole time the police chief is going extra hard. He got this deputy under him who is like the voice of reason of the movie. Like, she is literally she's also us. So she like. Yeah. I think we getting played. I think I was kind of obvious. But
it's too obvious.
It's hella shit that she calling out. Like, bro, she was the one that said that we shouldn't be worried about this. It's like a zombie apocalypse.
It's a zombie apocalypse.
We should be worried about something else. He's like, nah. But the whole time, she is literally the voice of reason. Yeah. So if he wasn't listening to her, damn near movie would have been over. Right. But like, he's like, nah, fuck that. Nah, they messing up. They messing up. We got them.
It's basically telling you why. Like, because that's what that's what the audience is gonna be like. The super like intense fan or super intense movie watchers. They go to the movies like, why are they worried about bank robbers when there's a zombie apocalypse?
And they had your voice of reason in there. She was that.
And she basically, and then it's basically telling you, well, yeah, they thinking like that, but it's this one guy. You know what I'm saying? Who's taking his job way too far.
He literally said, like, they're using the zombies as a distraction.
Yeah.
Like, bro, of course.
Like,
I mean, like anybody would.
Some real police type stuff, though. Like,
of course they're going to use that as a distraction. Bro. You don't need to be worried about us right now. You better worry about these zombies. Yeah. We're not even robbing this thing like that. We just tapping in here. I'm taking a few hundreds here and there.
Yeah, like the voice of reason, like my man said. Yeah. So... Yeah, so they end up, telling them the wrong time and all that. And then, so they end up, I think the boat, it was moving somewhere. Like, they had it in the truck.
They called an early move. So instead of the regular truck coming to pick up the Valkyrie, they knocked out the niggas in the regular truck and they pulled up to pick it up. Classic, what I'm saying? Some Ocean's 11 type shit.
So they warned them, like, it's going to be somebody going to try to rob the bank at like 5, so y'all should probably move the safe earlier. Yeah. And they end up moving the safe earlier and then finesse the whole thing. But, my man Brad Cage.
Oh, man. So they definitely cracked the last safe. Yeah. It was like all glorious or whatever. And they even got out the car, even, I got the little hug in there. But as soon as they turn around, of course, you got Brad Cage and Ralph right there. You know what I'm saying?
Ralph's not really tripping.
He just there. He's
like, bro, there. Like.
That's why I was like, bro, pick a side, bro. Yeah. Like, hurry up. It's gonna be too late for you.
Right. So Ralph was like,
He's not threatening nobody. He's literally just standing there watching Brad cat off and looking at everybody like, damn, this is weak. He's just a driver.
Like even when Brad Cage like first threw him out, he was like, for the record, I liked him.
Yeah, bro. Like everybody was for sure funny, bro. I don't know, and I've never seen any of these characters except for Dieters and Wayne.
And Natalie. I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, Brad Cage is there. He points a gun. He got the gun, whatever. So
also, remember she told him that he wasn't killing nobody.
Yeah.
And then Dieter saw the gun. He was like, "Bro, that gun." But she whispered to him. She was like, "It's not really something like that."
Make him look cool.
Yeah. He was like, "Wait, what you say?" She was like, "Nothing."
Yeah, and I think it turned. He had a real gun too. He had like a shotgun, but I think that turned out to be like
It was just the tranquilizer
gun.
So
and they were like putting people out immediately.
Yeah, he was knocking people down with the trank gun.
Yeah, he was going crazy with that thing.
So he had out the fake gun, not knowing that it was not a fake gun. She took the firing pin out, and so he got it. He talking so much shit, and not knowing that she got a strap. You feel me? She like. He started shooting. He shot bruh. He shot at bruh. He shot at this thing. He said, ah! He started screaming. So Dieter is screaming so much in this movie. So you would think the screaming would be annoying, but it's not that bad. His screams is hilarious. And he just started emptying the clip. Like, ain't nothing coming out, though. He tried to...
Yeah, he took the firing pin out. She had
you could have told me about that. She was like, I did.
Yeah, so they end up... handcuffing them or tying them to the truck and leaving them there.
They tied him and Ralph to the truck.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
See, I was wondering what happened to Ralph.
Yeah, he at that moment he was like, "Can I switch sides?" He
asked.
He was like, "Nah, bro, you fucked up. It's already too late."
Right. So they bro end up socking you because he shot. That's Brad Cage is the one that shot him in the detective in the.
The detective pull up soon as Gwen and them pull off. It's like a sequence. You feel me? They was on each other's ass. So.
Yeah, but then detective ended up catching up to them.
That was weak. So they made it to the boat. They got and it's cool because she tossed like one bag in the boat that the detective don't see.
You clearly see that she tossed the bag.
Yeah, she tossed one bag in, and she about to pretty much, you feel me, they just looking or whatever. And as soon as they about to really get in and put the rest of the bags in, Bruh pulled up. And like she pulled her gun out and they had like a standoff or whatever.
Yeah. And basically negotiated to let Dieters go because he really didn't have nothing to do with it.
I mean, and he wanted the original robbers anyway, because he had the funk with them. So she was like, "You really want us anyway?" And like he knew, he knew, we just got him.
Right.
Like I forgot what part of the movie it was, but the detective was able to put together. He saw like a picture of Dieters.
Oh yeah. He saw his YouTube.
Oh yeah, so he recognized him from YouTube.
Yeah. He saw his YouTube, and then he saw the comment. That was like
he started putting shit together. He was like, so this was the guy that they picked, and you feel me? And it was
like Breaking Bad when the police officer figured out when he seen the book, and it was like it was like that. Like it was like a realization.
Yeah. So I guess at the end of the day, he was like, "All right, bro, get out of here."
Yeah, he just let him go, get on the boat. At first, I thought they was gonna come up with some plot that I'm gonna break you out. No,
Dieters is strictly a safe guy.
He's a straight nerd, bro.
Yeah, straight safe nerd. And at the end of the movie, they got the little tie-in to the Army of the Dead.
Yeah. Batista come and
they come and holler at him.
He started nerding out about
something like that.
Yeah, it's about the last safe. Turns out, as we know now.
I wanted him to explain how I got out the water and how, bruh, because they definitely, now I got to damn near rewatch the movie to see if his dead body's in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But apparently it's not, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it was, it might be though, because remember, in the Army of the Dead, remember the whole point was to get a zombie head. Not they didn't even care about the save, remember?
Yeah.
So I don't even know, like, he could have been still in there. I doubt it though, but.
Yeah, that's the only part of the movie I have an issue with. Like, they said that the dude, he made the fourth safe and he locked himself in, and since they couldn't open it, they put him to rest in it and they dropped it in some water. And you assuming in the ocean, you know what I'm saying? But for some reason, this same safe is in Las Vegas, and that Asian dude owns it now.
Yeah.
And he got all his money in there, and he went them to go get it.
The dude who plays Scorpion.
Yeah, in the Mortal Kombat movie.
And also in a whole bunch of other things. He's super famous.
Yeah.
Super talented.
I guess. I don't know. They don't have to explain it necessarily, but I was like, that's weird.
But yeah, that's pretty much the end. It ties into. He said like it ties into the Army of the Dead, and
the next one is gonna be the
Planet
of the Dead.
Yeah, Planet of the Dead. So we're looking forward to that. All right, so now we have rating time. Okay, this is a big one.
You go first.
This is a big one. Okay, so Army of Thieves. I will give it a 7.5 because, like you said, it wasn't perfect, but it wasn't bad at all. It was actually really good. So 7.5 for me is good. Like I give it a 7.5 for the comedic relief. Was good. I like the main characters. I like the plot. I'd say some of the cons were just the lack of knowledge of the characters. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really know too much about them. They were all new. Even though that's not a bad thing. I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
If they make into the next movie, will that change your perspective? Because like you said, they don't explain a lot of the other characters, but they are hella tight in here. But
it depends on how
you want them to come back for the third movie? That's how you know.
It depends on how it blended in. Like I could do it out, you know, like Ralph and like they you know what I'm saying? Like they didn't make
the hacker girl. She might be able to do something in the Planet of the Dead movie.
She might be, but like it's zombies, so it's like computers are probably gonna be like obsolete. Like most zombie shit, like for Walking Dead, for instance, or like anything with zombies, like computers are pretty much like useless.
Yeah,
you feel me? So like Brad Cage is gonna be more turned up for like a movie about actual zombies, and also Ralph, you might could use him too because he's a getaway driver. Yeah. But
he's a good getaway driver too.
Yeah, he's the best. He's the best drifter in the city. Yeah, that's what they're saying. But so 7.5. Oh yeah, and then like you said, just a couple plot holes that probably need some filling in with the next movie. As far as like you said, how did the safe get?
I don't think they'll answer it because they going straight into the Planet there. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure it's just he obviously got it out and fucking got it open.
Yeah, so like that's that
because it's not apparently
that lowers it for me.
Dieters can get it open. Somebody else probably they got to take a longer time, but Dieters is knocking this shit out. You know what I'm saying? He raw because he can get it done quick, but it's not impossible to unlock these safes. So I'm pretty sure if you got somebody saucy, gave him the stethoscope, they could have got it open and he got his own Gutenberger now or whatever.
Well, yeah, he ended up breaking into the safe for sure.
Yeah, like I said, just a prequel, so we already know what happened.
Yeah, we already know what happens. Just a couple plot holes, and then like you said, how did they get the safe out of this ocean? And it was one more thing that it was a con. I can't remember right now, but go ahead and do your.
Did you wanted him to? Was it the fact that he didn't go get her?
Yeah, that was another. I didn't like that. I mean, it's supposed to be fantastical. So, I mean, like, let's get some fantasy in there, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Or at least, like, a little nod to him trying to go get her or something.
Right.
There was no more references of that team after that. After he got on that boat and cut, that was it.
You joined a whole nother team
it was good.
In the next movie. Like, you feel me? You got Danny Batista on your side. Like, well, why don't you go get your girl, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's petty. But, like I said, 7.5 is good for me. Like, it's pretty good. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead and follow you with that and give it just a 7 though. I'm gonna go with a straight 7. Because like I said, I liked it. It didn't necessarily have to be better, but they did what they were supposed to do. I feel like
they had a lot of cliche like tropes.
But I liked it though. Like I said, I didn't. The only thing I had a problem with necessarily was just the fact that that safe part was kind of weird. I was like, that's weird. But they literally could have just said anything other than seeking it. That was, I don't know.
That was weird. Like, why would you even, like, hopefully it come back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully he explained it, but like he said,
they might not. Like, they moved it to Vegas.
Yeah, like,
but, well, Pete, though, I forgot to say that. They mentioned it in the movie. She was like, the safe is in Vegas. She said that. She was like, this shit is in Las Vegas. She was like, where the zombies is at? She was
Right.
like, yeah, but wouldn't that be, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
they knew where it was. They both knew that it was out the water. So they knew where every other safes were. Yeah, so I give it a 7. I'm sticking with the 7.
Okay, so yeah, 7. That's a good one. That's a good one. I respect that. I respect that.
You want to give it a letter grade?
That's new. For sure. Why not? Why not? Why not?
Letter grades is important too, because you can have a 7, but it's just like a 7C. So that's probably like your lowest 7.
So yeah, a letter grade, I give it a B minus.
I'm gonna give it a C.
There you have it.
Yeah.
There you have it.
Yeah.
Now, don't forget to like,
Comment,
and subscribe to my man's Brice.
and hit that like button. That is so important.
So important, man.
You got Brice Real Reviews.
And we got Callie's Real Facts and Reacts.
The Reels is
The
here.
Reels.
And I've been thinking about possibly, maybe, changing my YouTube name.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to put a few suggestions up in the next video. Y'all let me know what y'all think. But hey, man, I like the Reels.
Tell us what y'all want too. Tell us what movies to review. We could have a night, man. We could review one of y'all movies. You know what I'm saying? Tell us something. Let us know something.
And once we start getting these followers up and all these subs up, we can do some live streams, live
man, some
watches,
giveaways, man. You know what I'm saying? I can give some stuff away.
Giveaways is coming. Look at all this stuff I got. I can't keep all this crap, man.
I got a couple
It's not
things
crap.
too.
It's not
Man.
crap.
I'm trying to give it away. So we're gonna have some more stuff for y'all, man. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Army of Thieves. Once again, 7.5 and a B minus. Then my man's gave it a 7
And a
and a C. All right, man. He a little harsh on the critics, man. But you know,
I just watched that Harder They Fall, man.
Yeah,
I'm
so
very
it's a
very
tough
critical right now.
tough act to
It
follow,
is,
man.
it's real. Like I said, a
I haven't
7.
seen it yet.
I'm not like a 7 is still.
No, that's good. That's good. That's a watchable movie. Like that's like it's not like you would watch that. Like 7.5, 7s. Those are movies that you watch on Netflix for sure.
Yeah, a 7 is you watching.
I would watch a 5, 6. You know what I'm saying? Anything lower than that though, you like.
I'm taking my time with 5s and 6s.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll watch them. We'll take our time with it.
Yeah,
That's something you throw on in the background.
Yeah, so check us out. Keep checking us out, man. We appreciate all the
Thank
love.
y'all for coming through.
Thank you for coming through to my man's Brice Real Reviews and my man's Callie Real Facts and Reacts. Love y'all. Have a peaceful holidays. Stay warm. Remember to set your clock back an hour. Fall back.
And we will see y'all soon.
And we gonna see y'all soon.
Finish your sentence.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's what you was gonna say.
Yeah.
That's what you was gonna say.
Get out of my brain.
Get out of the studio.
All right.
Out. Get
Brice
out.
Wayne Studios
Out.